Welcome everyone to VTuber Weekly, where we go over recent VTuber news and do a bit of a deep dive into a specific VTuber topic. I'm Sol.
And I'm CPT.
Let's get started.
Alright, first off, we have is Hololive just announced a new unit called Hololive English Promise. Ooh. Woo! Woohoo! With the combination of Holoconsole and Project Hope. Interesting, isn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah, I looked into it and it seems like nothing would change with the group, so they'll be doing their usual things.
Their usual shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about it right before the stream.
Yeah, with Iris finally being part of a group.
Officially, at least. She had
Officially,
always,
no.
yeah, I mean, she's always kind of been part of console, like the
Console?
Yeah.
You mean council?
console, yeah. It's pronounced council.
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 Console is like, Switch, Xbox.
But it's not console. Console.
I mean, you pronounce it like that.
Hololive console.
Anyways, yeah, Iris, yeah, like, when she first introduced herself as Project Hope, we thought she was gonna be just a singer.
How do you pronounce Cool Whip?
Cool Whip.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, she was just supposed to be like their V singer mostly, but I guess even early on she just started streaming a lot of other stuff apart from her singing, which has always been a focus in her streams, but not like the main focus. So it's cool to see them officially come together. And then also, ever since Sana graduated, it just always felt like there was something missing, And
they're a 5-member team.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Iris is, Sana's replacement or anything like that.
No.
But it's just good to have them all together, so officially all together.
Officially.
Yeah.
Next up, it seems that Towa's first solo concert was a huge success. Did you even watch it?
It was free?
Oh no.
What?
I'm just saying if you did watch it or not.
No.
I haven't either, but I heard it's a great success.
Oh, that's good. No, I didn't watch it. I think it was a paid concert because I remember seeing an announcement for it, and they were like something about a certain amount of time of it was free. So I'm assuming.
Oh, like the other concerts, that's also the first 30 minutes free.
Yeah, something like that. Which is, I mean, it's cool. Usually they're worth the cost.
Yeah, but it seems like in her live performance, it seemed like, from what I read or heard,
Mhm.
it seemed like Toa was a bit nervous in the beginning, but she still got it.
In the end, nice. Yeah,
And
I mean,
also continue. Continue.
well, I mean, I think anyone would be.
Oh yeah. Like stage fright.
Yep.
And I just heard that also her latest song is called Fact on Spotify.
Mhm.
And it's got a cool rock into it,
It's like a rock song.
Rock song, yes.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. I haven't heard it, but I'm sure it's great. Yeah, so I have to see some clips of the concert to see how it was, or some highlights. I don't know if they'll give you previews of it or not, but I'd have to check.
Yeah, but yeah, good work, Toa.
Right.
Hold on, let me stretch. Okay, let's see here. Up next, still in Hololive. Looks like Hololive Indonesia 3D Live. The third generation is gonna have. Oh yeah, it seems like all three members are gonna have their 3D live stream.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's pretty cool. Wait, so that's their first. Is the first time, right?
Yeah, if you like, remember that well, not last stream, but like there was a live stream where all the Hololive ID girls had their models except for their generation. They were on the little like flat screens. Like, oh man, I hope they get their 3D models. And
Right.
it seems like it's coming out this month.
The time has come.
Yes, and what I'm seeing here, it looks like Fistia Zeta has already streamed her 3D live on YouTube.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
I saw like a little clip of it of Yago himself.
Making a special appearance.
Yes, making a special appearance.
What's their sussy stuff?
I don't know, but I had to go see it myself,
Probably.
man.
There always is.
And the other two, Kayla Kowalskia, yeah, there it is, will be streaming at October 20th at 9 a.m. and Kobo Kanaru 27 at October 27th at 9.
All right. So it's all this month, yeah. Cool. Something to look forward to.
So let's look forward to it together. All right, next up. Oh yeah, I just saw like a Twitter post from Hololive that they're like having a collab cafe with what's it called? Anime Cafe? Hololive Production and Anime Cafe?
Yeah.
Will open in like Thailand.
Oh yeah. Thailand? Like the lands of thighs?
Oh yeah, totally, bro.
Or Thailand?
Yes. Wow. If you're in Thailand, wink wink, they're gonna open at like October 21st and November 21st.
Just those 2 days?
October to November, yeah.
Oh, okay. October 21st to November 21st. Got it.
So like a month, they'll still open. And
so
the
it's
time,
just the Hololive
it's like,
themed cafe. That's what it is.
yeah, I think so.
Dang, how did Thailand get those rights?
And not in America. Lucky.
There's so many cafes over here. I wonder how that works. I guess it's Animate Cafe. It's something specific to like anime themed stuff, maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, I haven't really looked into it.
Just lucky to have an extra for us. Alright, anyways, let's continue on. Lastly in Hololive is Iris has gotten a new outfit. Yeah.
What is it?
Well, I don't know. It's I don't know what could it be. Maybe like she'll fit like the Council girls too. I mean, not Council, Promise, like the capes, you know.
Oh yeah, you know what? I just remembered I wasn't putting the slides forward. But Iris' new outfit. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be reviewed. I think tonight, right at 11. Is it tonight or is it tomorrow? Because here it says October 16th, 12 p.m. JST. But I thought it was tonight.
Yeah, it's tonight.
Well, for us in the US.
Yes, tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time.
Good thing they didn't say 20, right?
Any thoughts on what the cape could be or something?
I mean, I guess it's like, since they're all part of a life promise now, they wanted to. She needed a cape thing too, right? Like the other console girls.
Yeah, like animals.
Yeah,
thing.
it looks like. Is it a fairy?
That's not an animal.
Yeah, but what are those little wings? Is it just her normal
I mean,
wings?
that's her model form.
Oh, really? What is that thing
I
on the
think
top of
so.
the head? Can't tell.
That's
Oh
part
no,
of her
that's
model.
oh yeah, that's part of her model. You're right. What if it's like a
Definitely.
little? What if it's a little knowing fairy like the ones in Zelda?
Hey, listen.
Yeah. I don't know. What could it be? Good question. I have no idea. guess-
Does Iris have like 2 horns too?
Oh shit! No,
We don't even know.
No, Iris doesn't
let
have
me look.
horns.
Oh, she does.
She does?
She does.
The hell? Well, I guess she's
Yeah,
like
she does have those little wings too.
she's half angel, half demon, or whatever. But huh? Well, I guess we'll see.
And
what
we'll
they
see
are.
tonight.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get away from Hololive and go to some other news, like Niji Sanji. Well,
Mhm.
it's a minor news. And it just talks about fan letter regulations. Apparently, they were receiving an increasing number of letters from unknown senders,
Huh?
and with like insufficient charges to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, what they were just like. So any caller was like, I could just imagine like the mailman people be like, "Yo, these fans didn't pay enough. You gotta pay us the difference," something like that.
Yeah, kind of.
That sounds like it.
And when I looked into they're like giving these like rules or like how to do it. Like, please be sure to check your letter before sending it. Limit the letters to like 5 now per envelope.
Yeah.
And then
Damn,
like
dude.
yeah, and
It's-
like they had to write the name of the talent to whom each letter is addressed. And the last one was like more hilarious, like, please don't bring the letters directly to their office.
Oh my gosh. It's just, you know, that whole this is funny because the fact that they said that they have to limit the letters to 5 per envelope, that means some fans were like probably stuffing like 20 letters into one envelope. And be like,
Probably, man.
and then they would take it to the office and be like, can you give this to my Oshi, please? Hand deliver it to her? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just the fact that they had to say this says that they had to deal with these situations. Wow.
Yeah, I like. There's still a bit more inside the website, but I didn't get into it. But like, I think I read some part where they said like, oh yeah, if you send a letter to a person who graduated, yeah, they're not gonna give it to them.
Yeah, that should be kind of obvious. Wow. At least I guess maybe they had been receiving a lot and they just had to mention it or something so people were aware. Fair enough.
What is it?
Hmm.
Let's go to some other agency news, like VSojo. Seems like
Yeah.
a new member has joined VSojo. Do you see that post too?
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of promotion for it. It's a cockroach.
Yeah, man. Oh,
I know.
damn, man. You know that person's name, Matara Khan? Well, that's that person's name.
Matara Khan, yeah.
And then, like, looking at the teaser video of it, like, oh yeah, cool. Like, you see that, like, that red wine and the bug hand, man. Like, oh. Reaching over to it, I was like, oh, is it that person sophisticated or something?
I don't know how they decided on this theme.
Look at that thumbnail. Heck, man.
Like, how did they decide on this cockroach theme for it?
VShojo, anything can happen.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, if you want to know what they are, they're gonna stream it like tonight at 6:30.
Yeah. Any ideas of if we might know them?
Maybe someone who graduated.
Oh no. I don't know. There's little whispers here and there, but I guess we'll find out.
All right. Next, still on VSojo, Iron Mouse has just released a brand new original
what?
song.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, oops. Well, what do you mean? Oh, you don't even have it. Well, I'll put it then. Oh, don't worry about it. I can edit that and put a thumbnail on it.
Sure.
Yeah, her original song is called Sour Taste. And pretty much it's a good song with some K-pop in it.
I heard it. I mean, but was it Korean that she was?
No, that wasn't Korean.
Yeah, I thought it was
She singing
Japanese.
yeah, but it has some like, the song is like K-pop-ish.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too when I heard it. It sounded like a K-pop song, just that the lyrics, well, the language was in English and Japanese. But it was pretty
You should
good.
learn some Korean.
I guess so.
Yes, I guess so. You mean 알았어? Alright. Well, let's go to some other agency called Production Kawaii. And do you remember from our last streams or vids that we talked about that agency that introduced like 3 new members?
Yeah. Did we mention it that they were debuting, right?
Yeah, we didn't know their names until now.
Right.
Yeah, it seemed like they streamed their debuts yesterday. And their names were Yuno Hanaki, the half Oni, Ran Tsukiha, the samurai, and Kaya Nishikino, the ninja. Welcome!
Nice. I have to check them out.
Yep. Let's welcome them with big hearts.
Big hearts.
Big hearts. And yeah, we're going to the last one with still on Production Kawaii, but like there's some unsettling news on their member there.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't look at the post or you haven't heard, like there's a stalking problem towards Isla Coleman.
I did hear a little bit about it. Well, I just saw the announcement that the company made about it.
Yeah, it seems like the agency is trying to get to the bottom of the situation.
Yeah.
Like, so they put Isla on hiatus until further notice. But that's good on their part, keeping their talents safe from harm.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we want to see more of. Stop it early as soon as the issue stops. As soon as the issue starts up, like, stop it. It's a shame that the way that they have to handle it is by putting her on hiatus, because it, that's kind of in a way punishing the streamer and the majority of fans that I'm sure are behaving correctly towards her. But I understand there's not really a lot of options for that.
Yeah, but yeah, we just got a response from her saying that she's okay, and like reading into it that she'll still be collabing with other members, her Kohais, I think. Yeah, she'll be there.
That's
Here and
good.
there.
Yeah, this is an issue that is unfortunately like pretty common with a lot of big VTubers. I mean, it kind of leans into more of like parasocialism topic, which I will be doing a future deep dive about it. But I mean, just once it passes a certain threshold, like, and fans, well, obviously not the majority of fans, but some fans cross that line, it's just not healthy. and it can lead to things like this, like stalking and harassment. It's unfortunate. But what can you do?
Think about it and just hope and pray.
Wow. That'll be a topic for another day. Or a deep dive topic for another day. Because today's deep dive is actually about indie VTubers.
Woo.
Yep, our short deep dive topic for today is about indie VTubers, the unsung heroes of the virtual world. These virtual talents go at it alone, crafting or commissioning their own digital avatars, creating content, and connecting directly with their audience without the backing of major agencies or corporations. And indie VTubers can come in all shapes and sizes, both for the avatars and their audiences. You know, some just do VTubing as a hobby, and others try to make it a career out of it. But one thing they all have in common is their authenticity and freedom to express their creative passions. And they're also not afraid to get down and dirty with, their own content, learning the ropes themselves of editing, streaming, and even audio production. It's like being a one-person band, only the instruments are pixels and charisma. They are storytellers, artists, and entertainers all rolled into one. These creators, often with limited budgets and resources, try their best to shine in the vast VTuber galaxy. As we previously discussed, some of the challenges agency VTubers may face that, maybe indie VTubers can avoid, such as creative restrictions that some agency might impose. But being an independent VTuber is not without its own challenges. Unlike their corporate counterparts, indie VTubers often struggle to be seen and heard in the vast sea of content. It's like trying to have a quiet conversation at a rock concert. The odds are stacked against you. The competition can also be fierce, from large creators, both indie and corporate, to viral sensations. Indie VTubers are like the underdogs in a Disney Channel original movie, but somehow slightly less cheesy. Building an audience and competing with established VTubers can be an uphill battle. It often takes time and patience to gain recognition, and many times, even if you put in the effort, you might not get the recognition you deserve. And let's not forget, behind those digital avatars are real people, and indie VTubers are no exception. They face personal challenges like balancing their virtual personas with their real lives. And considering that the majority of indie VTubers are probably trying to balance a full-time job at school, among other responsibilities, while trying to pursue VTubing, it's easy to see why burnout is especially high within the indie VTuber community. But despite the challenges, indie VTubers are here to stay. Their authenticity, direct and more personal connections with fans is something that just can't easily be found with corporate VTubers. They continue to show us time and time again that independence and creativity can be powerful. Some indie VTubers have skyrocketed to fame and success without compromising their individuality, and hopefully we can continue to see more of that. So whether they're streaming video games, singing original songs, or hosting talk shows with virtual guests, indie VTubers are the true trailblazers of the virtual world, creating their own unique path to success. And they prove that in a world of pixels and avatars, creativity knows no bounds. Independent VTubers are a testament to the power of passion, creativity, and community. They may not have the same resources and reach as the big creators, but they more than make up for it with heart and originality. So let's continue to celebrate and support these digital creators. Like us, yeah. Well, yeah, we are independent VTubers after all. I mean, at the end of the day, the majority of VTubers we see, online, on Twitter/X, are indie VTubers. And they're the ones that really, I guess, push the community forward. But it's all all part of the same niche, I guess, of VTubing. Whether you're corporate or indie, just one is under a company, the other one isn't.
Yeah, it's got some ups and downs, you know.
Yeah. Like the pros and cons of being indie versus corporate.
Yep.
Because they do, yeah. I mean, they both have their pros and cons for sure. I mean, we talked about last week some of the cons of being part of a VTuber agency. And yeah, I mean, I guess it just really depends on the person, what they're trying to do, you know, as far as VTubing goes. For sure, if you're just VTubing as a hobby, then definitely you're probably just gonna be an indie VTuber. Because if you're not gonna be under a company if you're just doing it as a hobby.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think I would say the biggest, I guess, challenge with indie VTubers is probably the reach. I would say probably the reach. You know, with corporate VTubers and the companies that back them, they already have that pre-established audience for the most part. Of course, it depends on the agency, of course. It depends, you know, maybe not as much with the smaller agencies, but I would say for the most part, you know, you're walking in to a crowd full of people to perform in front of versus trying to find that crowd, that beginning crowd. And that's probably the most difficult thing, I would say. There's also, of course, we talked about the pros and cons of agencies, but yeah, well, that's pretty much it. What do you think?
Yeah. I remember we talked about how many topics did you do?
How many topics?
Yeah, what were they again? Like agencies.
Oh, there's a lot. I mean, in relation to indie VTubers, the counterpart was just the corporate VTubers and agencies. But yeah, there's more topics I have in mind to do, like the pro-social one.
Super drama.
Yeah.
News channel. Yeah, VTuber debut.
Yeah.
But the indie VTubers, I said something about like, yeah, with money. It has to do with money.
Well, that's another aspect I could touch on a bit. Yeah, well, I mean, if we're talking about money, like, there's two phases to it, I guess you can say. I mean, there's the investment, you know, that you as a creator make, and in any gains you make as a creator, right? So it obviously it varies wildly. You know, between indie VTubers, because there's indie VTubers that have, you know, huge followings as big as some of the biggest corporate ones. So obviously those creators, they make plenty of money, but I would say the majority aren't really making that much. But then again, I would say the majority of VTubers probably aren't looking to make money. They're just doing it as a passion. The thing is, I don't know how it works for corporate VTubers, like as far as if they have to invest their own money into creating content. I'm assuming maybe they just take like a percentage. I don't know how it works. I guess it's up to the agency and the contracts, but yeah, I mean, as an indie VTuber, you might not have as much resources initially to put towards creating content, because it does cost money depending on what you're trying to do, you know? If you're trying to do songs and you gotta commission things, or editing stuff, and maybe you don't have all the skills to do it yourself, even though a lot of indie VTubers are really skilled, but they can't do everything.
Like well, like you said earlier about like the company helping out their members or their talents. Yeah, some companies, or I mean agencies, actually do help, but most of the time, like Salin, like she does it like out of her own pocket money.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Which is, well, I guess it makes sense, but they're also making a lot of money, so they're fine.
I'm just saying.
yeah. But I mean, there's just so much support that you have under an agency. So I think if you're trying to make it a career and you don't have like a huge audience as is, or maybe like a lot of times some of the bigger indie VTubers, they were already creating content, maybe in some other way, shape, or form. Maybe they were streamers before they were a VTuber, or they were pretty popular YouTubers, before they, debuted as a VTuber. So they already had like a huge following from years of creating content. But if you're just starting out, like let's say you're just a brand new VTuber and you're like, oh, I want to be a VTuber, I want it to be my career, I think you just have to have realistic expectations. Obviously, I'm not gonna say you can't make it, because it just depends on every individual is different. But let's say if they do want to do that and they want to stay indie because there's just less restrictions, that's something you just have to, I guess you have to weigh the options between the pros and cons between being indie and being corporate. But yeah, that's the deep dive. That's our deep dive for this week. What?
Tie, yes.
That's our deep dive. That's our deep dive for this week, and our news recap for this week. So we'll be back next week, and we will see y'all then.
Yeah.
Bye bye.